Bank of America is reportedly in settlement talks with regulators to resolve lawsuits about risky mortgage-backed securities that the bank sold ahead of the financial crisis that later went bad. Kate Kelly joins us now with more on the talks. You know, every headline we see, it's these big dollar amounts, $900 million here, $800 million there, and now this $10 billion potential settlement. You know, where are they in these talks?
Well, Susie, I have to tell you, this is almost like an appetizer compared to the main course that J.P. Morgan paid back in November. You may recall they paid $13 billion at the time, a record-breaking settlement with the Justice Department, and various things were tied into that with other government agencies and states as well. In this case, B of A looks like they may be looking to pay $10+ billion. It's apparently pretty early stage yet. We don't know the breakdown, and we don't know what the ultimate number will be. It may not be as high as that 13, but it certainly is awfully high. And these banks are looking to put this mortgage litigation behind them. After all, it's been 6 years since the financial crisis.
$10 billion here, $10 billion there. It adds up to real shareholder money. Hasn't the company already paid billions, $13 billion or something like that, to settle residential mortgage claims? Where does the money go?
Oh, they've paid many billions, Tyler. In fact, I think it's north of $50 billion over time that they paid. And you'll recall they bought Countrywide Financial, which was a big subprime issuer, so that's created some headwinds for them. But you're right. I mean, it has added up to a great deal. And earlier this year, they paid $6 billion already to settle with Fannie and Freddie, as well as with the New York State Attorney General. This would be one of the biggest hunks for them to put behind them. It would be the Justice Department, probably various states as well, and it would resolve quite a bit of the outstanding issues.
All right, so they already reported their earnings, so we can't go back and talk to them about how this impacts earnings. But what are you hearing from management, Brian Moynihan, the CEO, about what all this means to the other things that Bank of America wants to do?
Well, they're definitely very eager, and I haven't talked to them today, but they're definitely very eager to put these matters behind them, although they also want to be honest and try to manage expectations. And in that case, with first quarter earnings, that meant that their CFO said, look, this stuff is hard to predict. And we've set aside an additional $6 billion for legal payments. And that notion and the lack of clarity really sent the stock swooning that day during that phone call. It was interesting. Having said that, I think investors feel relief to think that some of this might be settled, and the stock has actually rallied in the week or so since then. So I think there will be relief if there's closure.
All right, Kate Kelly, thank you very much. Appreciate it.